The video quality might not be the best because I was doing it against their wishes, but just stick around and listen to my But let me say this, I completely understand now why those women popped those balloons as soon as those men entered the room.
Oh, brother, we got another woman that's about 30 years old, realizing she doesn't have as many options that she wishes that she has.
Welcome back to Get It Out. Today, we have a video from Poor Man's Podcast. Without further ado, let's get to it.
Have made it in, and they got to just pick wherever they wanted to sit and who they wanted to start dating. And I'm alone. So many girls. Well, I know we're all like. So the guys paid to be here. That's what's weird. And there's a lot more girls than guys.
Of
so
course.
That's weird. And it's not a situation of like where you date everyone and you just say yes or no or something. And at the end, if you both said yes to each other, you hang out later. You ask to match right away, and you like give the person like your QR code, and then you just like basically ask to match with them. Like they were saying like, ladies, you should initiate. Like guys love when you initiate. I'm sorry, what?
Men always assume this, and I, for the life of me, do not understand. Anytime my friend and I invite guys to come to our singles events, they always assume that it's going to be 80% majority men. Like, they'll be like, oh, like, I think it's going to be a sausage fest. Like, I think I speak for most guys when I say, like, we're not going to come because it's all going to be other guys. That's not the case ever. Like, gone to multiple singles events. I'm hosting singles events now myself. In every situation, it's majority women. And they're all really cool, fun, attractive women. In New York, women here, from in my personal experience,
Desperate.
They are very willing to sign up for events. They're willing to put in effort to make connections.
She says, Sydney in New York, woman here, this is the home of the modern woman. We don't get men ever. We make a lot of money, but we're very desperate.
People, both platonic and romantic, and I have found it not to be the case for men. So I don't know where that perception's coming from. If anyone has any idea, what is that barrier? The reason that we're reaching out to these men is because it's harder to get men to sign up for these events, and yet when we ask them to sign up, they say they don't want to sign up because they think it will all be men. It's like, no, the reason I'm reaching out to you is because there is no men. Like, what is it? I don't understand.
I did a thing and went speed dating. The video quality might not be the best because I was doing it against their wishes, but just stick around and listen to my But let me say this, I completely understand now why those women popped those balloons as soon as those men entered the room.
Oh, brother, we got another woman that's about 30 years old, realizing she doesn't have as many options that she wishes that she has. So now she has to go to speed dating events to seek men out because her options are starting to dwindle. But when she goes to the speed dating events, she's going to claim to be better than the men that are at the same event that she's at. Oh, brother, here we go. And then you wonder why guys don't go to these types of events. It's because it's a humiliation ritual. You want men to sign up to be humiliated by single women who think that they're better than the men that are in their same predicament.
They have to sit through the entire 5 minutes until she rings the bell saying move on to the next. I believe there were 13 sections. We were seated and given a name tag. On the piece of paper, we write things like what they do, where they work, and if we're interested in them contacting us. So the ladies were seated first, as you can imagine. And I promise you it would have sounded like the 4th of July because I would have been popping my balloon and everybody else's. What the heck? And then as you see, the bar's not open. And the ladies like, if you want to drink, you can walk to the front and do. So we did. We went and ordered some liquid courage. And there's 2 bunnies there. They didn't even leave with nobody. Got my homegirl in the back. Like, we really just be doing shit. So anyway, we come back. We got our drinks and we're ready to party. But baby, let me tell you, this was such an experience. From the peeping Toms to the Velcro Asics to the men who have wonderful careers but are just awkward as hell.
That's the first thing she started doing, humiliating the men. And what happens? Men, they go home. Men have TikTok too. What happened? One of these guys could see what you said.
Hell, one guy, I tried so hard to cover my face because his breath smelled like ass. But look, my friend enjoying herself here.
Okay, now I understand the hygiene issue. If you're a man and you got bad hygiene, you definitely need to fix that. It is not acceptable as a grown-ass man to have bad hygiene. But for guys who have built companies and corporations to be a little bit socially awkward, or people who have been focused on their career to be a little bit socially awkward with women is a normal thing. And that's what women have to understand. If you're dealing with a guy that's really comfortable talking with women, he's really suave, really put together, that brother's a womanizer. He's probably used to dealing with women. If there's a man who genuinely likes you, he's going to be a little bit socially awkward. So even the expectation of expecting a man to come and be able to just converse with women, spark up a random conversation with a random woman across the room and approach them without being socially awkward, you're already shaping your standards up to attract a certain type of man that already has a level of experience, where if he has that level of experience, he's probably used to it and he's done it a lot. And if he's done it a lot, trust me, this woman right here is not the creme de la creme. When she was talking all that nonsense, I thought for sure she was going to look a little bit better than what she looked when she actually showed her face. Now, look, I'm not trying to knock her. I love the natural hair. I love the women doing their natural hair, doing their natural thing, going more to the natural side. But trying to shit on men because they're at a speed dating event, the same event that you're at, is just disingenuous. And to me, it shows the female delusion that a woman can be in the exact same spot in life as a man, but just assume that they're better than the men just because they're a woman, essentially.
It is. And do you want to know what's even more frustrating? All of the women there were bosses, doctors, scientists, researchers, therapists. There were only two black guys. One was 22 saying he wanted to travel the world. The other one was mad that I had a child out of wedlock. Anyway, maybe next time.
Oh my gosh. Hold up, chat. YouTube. This woman just said she got a child out of wedlock. So you are a single mother at a dating event where you're making fun of the men who you're seeking to date because you realize you don't have as many options as you used to. So now you got to be more bullish. You got to now chase the men. It makes you a little bit bitter, but you already have a child out of wedlock, and the men are the ones that are below you, beneath you.
Man, can't make it up.
I'm happy I met my woman early, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, because when I look at these certain situations and predicaments, this stuff just is sickening to me.
Sad.
The audacity of some of these people to think that they're better than you just because they're a woman when they're in the same, and in my worst situation. And then all the
we got college degrees. You guys aren't going to school anymore. We're holding down the fort.
Other women, she's talking about their bosses. Men don't date women off if they're bosses. We don't care if they're a boss. And the men that you date that can actually sustain a certain life for themselves don't need you to be a boss. We don't care about that. That's not what we date. It's not what we care about. Now, if you're a feminine, friendly, fit woman and you just so happen to be a boss, which is going to be hard to do because to be a boss, you have to have some masculine characteristics. I'm not knocking you can maintain that, then sure. But men aren't dating women based off them being a boss. Men don't care about that. So you focused on being a boss for all these years, and now you're bossed up by yourself. You're lonely. So yeah, these speed dating events seem to be humiliation rituals. You want men to come to an environment where they're going to have to pay to find a woman to finance their lives? You want me to juggle and impress you so that I can pay for your livelihood? When a man meets a woman and he starts dating a woman, he automatically loses money. When a woman meets a man, she automatically starts to make more money because she gets to retain more of her money because she gets to put some of her responsibilities off on the man. So when you're looking at these speed dating events and you're wondering why guys aren't there, most men aren't signing up to become to get a liability. Because that's what a relationship is for a man. It's a huge investment, and if you choose the wrong person, that's a bad investment in your life. It's quite possibly the biggest investment you'll make as a man.
Man, it's sad, but guys understand. Guys get it. Guys have woken up. Guys realize it's one big game that's not meant for them to win. Ain't that something? Why play the dating game if it's not meant for me to win? That's how men feel. That's why these speed dating events are empty. Because guys feel. Look what the woman did. Oh, I have a kid. Oh, these guys were dweebs. You're not that hot yourself, lady. They're looking at you. You're a statistic yourself. A black woman with a child. Out of wedlock. What happens? The white guy says, oh, he's racist. He's racist.
So yeah, man, it's just another situation where you got a 30-year-old woman that's past her prom, already got kids
Way
by
past.
another man, still trying to convince you that you ain't nothing just because you might be in the same position in life as her, or because when you approach her, you might be a little bit less social and a little bit more socially awkward than she would like her man to be. It's nonsense. And this is why men don't go to speed dating events. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or an L, and give me the HBO special. That's a Help Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Also, join the Patreon. There will be a link in the pinned comments and in the description down below. Till next time.
It's bad. What's going on in the date market is horrible. And you guys, you know what happened? Men are in hibernation. But first, men were in hibernation. So it's like double hibernation because men were asleep. Now they have woken up. And then they went to hibernation again to sleep and get some relaxation from all the drama they've been through, but also to lay up and save up and work on themselves and do what they need to do, right? And that's why I do what I do, right? Because a lot of guys need some help. I remember I saw this firsthand years ago. I said, it's not going to change. I need to jump on that plane, go overseas, and find someone. And that's not the only answer. You don't have to know everything because you leave and go across these shores and talk to a woman. She's going to be open. No, I was making $30,000 a year. But over here, that was 1.5 million pesos. So with 1.5 million pesos, that's a lot of money. So out there, I was a loser. Then, of course, I gained more. Then I worked my way up to, I don't want to say that. I'm talking too much. But yeah, guys, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, remember, it's free to subscribe. So do me a favor, look out. Also, hit that notification bell just to be sure you get all my videos as soon as I release them. Thank you for watching. Peace out. See you next week.
Baby, you give me